All right, so basically I got told to arrive down at the, what's this place? The GMSV Specialty Vehicle. So we decided we'd come down here. They said, come on down, Jase, we want to show you something. And after last season's fiasco, everyone knows what went on with Jase and the Chevy and all that sort of stuff. And then everyone's like, what the hell are you going to do, Jase? What the hell are you going to do? You're going to rebuild it? You're going to do this? You're going to do that? You know, there's a few stories out there. Some people know, some people don't what's happening. Well, I'll tell you what, today I'm going to tell you exactly what is happening. We're not rebuilding the blue Chevy, okay? It's not being rebuilt, the ZR2. I'm afraid it was a statutory write-off, so it got written off. Even though it started and we drove it back to civilization, it's no longer. So they said, you know what, Jase? We're not going to give you a ZR2. You can't come and get another ZR2. And I'm like, really? What am I going to do? And they said, we've got something else for you. Well, today is that day, and I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. It's another Chevy. Here it is. So that's it. Behind me is a 2500 HD. So the last one was a 1500. This one's a 2500. Now, for those of you who think the 1500 was too big for where we go, well, we're going to prove you wrong. The 2500 is going to handle it no problem, because we need to tow some big gear this year, and that's what it's for. So, without mucking around, I'm going to show you through the brand new, straight off the showroom floor, 2024 Chevy Silverado 2500. Now, this sucker here is a big diesel towing machine, and I can't wait to see how it goes, not only on the road towing, but out on the tracks. All right, I better find the man in charge, and he's going to show me what is in this awesome HD package. Hey mate, how you going?
Hey Jase, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good mate. So obviously you saw me walking in here, you caught me. Is this the one?
This is the one, absolutely.
I figured that, sitting there, nice and black.
Do you like it?
Mate, I love it. Like, just walking down here, I've just noticed it's so different. It's you know, it's got all the new 2024 look. Absolutely,
the whole front end's been redone on the vehicle compared to the previous model. There's a whole raft of new goodies under the bonnet as well.
I bet there is, I bet there is. All right, mate, it's up to you now to show me what this thing's got, because I got no idea. I didn't even bother looking up the specs or anything like that. I was gonna wait, and you were gonna blow me away today.
We'll give it a go. We should start up the front. So,
yeah, fair enough.
You know, this big Duramax engine now, you know, you thought you had a lot of torque before. This has got over 1,300 Newton meters of torque, 1,322.
1,322 Newton meters of torque. Wow, I think my 300's got like maybe 700.
You're gonna love this.
That's double.
Yeah.
That's double.
And you put it with the 10-speed Allison transmission, which gives you the reliability. So,
10-speed box.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's awesome. That is awesome.
So Jase, the front end absolutely redefined.
I noticed that.
Absolutely, and it's got these very different daytime running lights. So when you open the vehicle, it pretty much says, hey, have a look at me.
Look at that. So it comes with the yellow or the orange, and it comes with the white as well.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. We might as well pop the bonnet, eh? Now, the one thing I do know about the big truck is it is a diesel engine. I got that, I know that. So we went from the 1500, the Chevy, which was a petrol, a V8 petrol, 6.2 litre.
Yes.
Yeah, 10 speed. Allison was an LS3, I think they called it, yep. This, completely different. So it's a big diesel engine, mate, there's no doubt about it. Turbocharged, V8, 6.6 litres. And you said, what is it, 1,320 Newton meters of torque. What's the kilowatts?
350 kilowatts.
350 kilowatts. That is like, what is that? That's nearly like 460, nearly 500 horsepower.
Absolutely.
Mate, that's a lot of horsepower. Mate, I've heard you've had a big, like a massive change internally, like in the actual inside the cab there. You've got some really modern, high-tech stuff going on.
Significant changes in the cab. We can take you through it if you like.
Mate, let's go and have a look. Mate, run us through. Like, straight away, the first thing I'm seeing is it looks very similar to the ZR2.
Very similar, same family as you can appreciate right through, but we can take you through. There's some distinct differences relative to the ZR2 and the 1500 being the heavy duty. Yep. But I can run you through it if you like. If you wanted to fire her up,
press the button.
Press the button. Yep.
Oh.
Now,
I was getting excited.
Sounds great.
I did notice the exhaust pipe. I could almost stick my head in it.
Yeah, we didn't skimp on the exhaust pipe.
No.
Now we do have those mirrors, and we can show you those mirrors how they work. You can see the door control and the middle button below, that one there. Now that moves the mirrors out. Very simply, you can do it on the fly.
Just press the button.
Just press the button and you're good to go. And then if you're going into a tight space, if you press the button on the right, it will close the mirrors in.
That's cool.
Absolutely. And when you get out of the vehicle and you press lock, you can set it so it does that every time.
Does it when you hop in and out.
Yeah.
On a truck like this, you probably would.
100%. Now there's some distinct changes inside as well. So we've got the head-up display. If you be able to look forward, you can see onto the windscreen. You should be able to see all your speed, your off-road, all on the screen, actually sitting in the glass.
Heads up.
Head up straight away. So that head-up display that you've got straight on the windscreen, don't have to take your eyes off the road. Super handy, but these controls here, they control up and down and the information you can see, but you can even change to off-road. So all your off-road conditions you can see on the screen.
And you can lift it up and down. There we go, up to get it in your eye line. No, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Definitely like that.
Some good gear. I'll show you a few other elements, sort of taking it through. You know, from the comfort perspective, it's great. You've got your cooling and your heated seats, so you can feel your cooling's going out. So you do a few kilometres in the seats, nice to be comfortable. But your camera views, if you have a look on the screen there and click through, you've got up to 15 views on the vehicle. And even with your trailers that you connect up, you can include our trailer camera they call it the invisible trailer. With your trailer view on the back, you'll be able to see who's behind you, behind the trailer.
Yeah, gotcha.
And it's fully integrated. But this shows you your visibility of your front wheels, out the front, out the back. Even the front cameras have got a washer on them. So if you are in dirty, dusty conditions, when you do wash your screen, which is this button just here, that will wash the front and you can see that coming through.
Oh yeah, washes the camera as well.
It washes the camera as well.
Man, I thought of everything. Yeah, it's the little things. Oh, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, look, it's very ZR2. I feel like I'm in the ZR2 again, except for the trailer brakes. We've got trailer modes, all that sort of stuff, yeah.
Absolutely, and the team do a lot of work. The trailer brake control, as you can notice on this one, is over on your right, or essentially your left. So closer to the driver as you're towing, you can easily control that. The big element over here when it comes to towing, as you touched on just then, the exhaust brake.
Exhaust brakes?
Makes a huge difference. Not those big noisy exhaust brakes. It does the job. It pulls the vehicle up when you're towing downhill.
Yep.
Press of a button and you're good to go.
Sounds awesome. Absolutely awesome. And look, I said it before and I'll say it again, the one thing that I notice about the conversion, because remember, this is an American truck coming over here and it's being converted. Mate, it is literally seamless and looks factory. Seamless, like I mean, I couldn't tell that we were driving around, that this car came here left-hand drive. Can you believe it?
So probably a couple other things Jase will show.
Yeah.
So this has got the fully inbuilt LED screen. So again, if you've got the back of the cab filled up,
which
you can move this back and forth and it turns on the LED screen so you can see straight out the back of the vehicle.
Wow, that's different.
And the other really exciting feature, and a first for Silverado Heavy Duty, is adaptive cruise control. And adaptive cruise control with towing.
Okay.
So it understands and factors if you've got a big heavy weight behind, and it acts differently to keep you safe. But all the benefits of adaptive cruise control.
So obviously would probably maybe have a shorter, longer braking distance. So would start braking earlier rather than later.
Considers all those elements.
Gotcha.
Just makes towing distance, so much easier.
Yeah, gotcha. There you go. Smart. Too smart for us. Now you know what I'm going to do, don't you? I'm going to start doing some stuff to it.
Yeah. A bit of a fit out.
Yeah. She's gonna get a bit of a fit out. Yeah. It's definitely going to be one hell of a build video. We're going to turn this. I suppose it's already a bit of a monster truck. We're going to turn it into something that's just going to blow your mind. I can't wait to start getting into it. Now the guys at EC Off-Road, so Kale from EC Off-Road, they're the guys who are going to do the build on it. And the next step is go and have a yarn to those guys and see what we can come up with this new 2024 Chevy Silverado, mate. How you going, mate?
Good, mate.
Yeah, good, good. So, you obviously, you realise when we're going to build now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real one.
Pretty obvious.
A real one.
A real one, you reckon?
I think that's the right one this time. The big Duramax under there.
Yes, 6.6 litre. I've had a bit of a drive in it. I've had a bit of a run through on it. Mate, it is an awesome bit of truck. It's an awesome bit of kit.
Yeah.
And it feels very similar to the 1500. Like, looks internally and everything, and it looks $1 million. Mr. Whippy's here, mate. Did you call Mr. Whippy?
Yeah, just in time.
Oh, mate, I'm going to get a soft serve. Did you order that? Mr. Whippy, he's here. I didn't even know he still exists. Does he come every Friday?
Every Friday.
Every Friday, Mr. Whippy.
He knows what time lunchtime is.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
All right, mate, you've got some pretty cool bits of gear in here. Let's go and have a quick look.
Go have a look.
Look at this blue rig, what's that?
That's a 350. He's getting the new liquid spring suspension, the hydraulics.
Ah, yes. Well, that was the other thing I wanted to have a chat to you about is what the hell are we going to do to this truck?
Yeah.
What can you do to
Suspension.
Yeah.
Put some pretty cool stuff in there, straight out of the States, I think.
Yeah.
We've tested it. I had it in my Chev.
Okay.
BDS mixed in with some full air in the rear from Kelderman.
Yeah, gotcha.
It changes the rear to a 4-link.
Yeah.
Obviously height adjustable, rides well, and it's super strong.
So I can drop it down to get the level,
Yep.
and then lift him back up to get the
That's it.
ride height.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never done anything like that before. So we've got a big Norweld canopy coming.
Yep.
So a monster truck canopy goes on the back of it from Norweld. 2024. So this is basically brand new build for them.
Yep.
Brand new build for us. So that's got to go on the back of that as well.
Yep.
So in the meantime, we've got, get this, Off-Road Animal have got a bar coming.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, so there's a bar coming on the water as we speak. So a brand new bar, I've had a quick look at it on some pictures. It's bloody awesome.
Yeah.
We've got to get winches, front and rear winches if we can. Cross fingers, I need a rear winch for my new boat and trailer as well.
Yeah, we'll try our hardest on that one.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to use the rear winch to scull drag the boat on at the beach sort of thing.
Be nice.
I've got some big ass tyres coming out of Black Bear with some new rims from ROH. They've got some big heavy duty rims because look, let's face it, we're going 2500 now. The loads are going to be huge, so we're going to need big gear.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right, mate. I don't know about you, but I'm actually going to leave you. And this year, I'm just going to leave it to the experts a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you decide.
Yeah. No.
You know, colour schemes and patterns and fittings and.
We'll make it look cool. I think.
I can supply you all the stuff. I'm just going to leave it to you, I reckon.
Yeah.
And remember, we don't just build cars for driving around the mall here. We build cars to go out into the bush and test. Even Jase really tests them. He tests them on their wheels and he tests them on their roof.
Yeah. Maybe no keys for the new Chev for Jase.
No, I was sort of thinking, I did let him back in. I did say he could have a job, but I didn't say he could drive a Chevy ever again.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're here in Jase, you're not allowed to drive this Chevy. Okay, we're good. Well, don't forget those things. You need those.
Yep.
These are all yours, mate.
Cheers,
all right, mate. I'll leave you with it.
Thanks for that.
I'll see you in 2 days.
Yeah, a couple of days. I'll send you a photo tomorrow.
3 days.
All right, mate.
Thanks, mate. I don't know about you, but the drive down to the Gold Coast, I live on the Sunshine Coast, it's miles away. But anyway, we're down at the Gold Coast here at Yatala. I've come in for an update to see what's happening because we're starting to get down to the pointy end of these builds where it's like, holy shit, I've only got a couple of weeks left. So I'm gonna come down, have a look at the progress, have a chat to you guys about what stuff is going into this truck because they've got a lot of those parts there now waiting to go in. And I've heard there's some cool stuff in the back going in and stuff like that. I know that the canopy is happening as well, so let's go in and see what's being installed. Hey mate, how you going? Is that me truck?
Hey buddy, that is your truck.
Well, I'll tell you what, the first thing I noticed is that awesome bull bar sitting on the front of it.
It's looking cool, eh? That's the first bull bar in the world, off-road animal. But I'm
first bull bar for a Chev.
Pretty much. First off-road animal.
Yeah,
anyway,
that off-road animal,
I'm impressed. It looks good.
And The twin snorks are in.
Yep, twin 5-inch snorks with the airbox.
Some new spotlights on there from XTM as well. And the big thing sitting down the front here is Brown Davis have got themselves a long-range tank. That's about to go in.
Yeah, that's a super
like it,
excited. Obviously, it's a factory replacement, so
yeah, I see that.
nice
That's
and
the
easy
old
to
tank
fit.
there. Yeah.
Drop the sender in and bolt her up. It's awesome.
Yeah. So the beauty of it is, you take out the original tank, take all the parts out of it, drop them straight into the top here, which is your sender unit.
Yep.
And your fittings and your pipes, and away you go.
Yep.
No, that's pretty good. I like that.
I'm very keen to fit one. Exciting.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Mate, what's happening in the back of this thing? Because you're talking up this rear end suspension from hell.
We're definitely hitting up first there. There it is, mate.
Holy crap. Like, I did see one on another truck you had here, a Ram or something. Was it a Ram you showed?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, some Ram. I didn't take much notice because it was a Ram, but sitting on a Chevy.
Yeah, no leaf spring. Obviously, leaf spring would be through here, gone.
Gone.
Full air. It's a 4-link system, all adjustable on your trailing arms. And look at the size of everything. It's just
wow.
Full chassis brace.
It looks tough.
Big Firestone bag.
Oh yeah, full chassis brace and everything.
Yeah.
It does look tough.
Yeah, nah, it's super awesome, especially when you're towing, lowering, raising.
Mate, there's so much. Look how much space is in the back here.
Yep.
A huge amount of space. Like, I won't have any spare wheel under there. Mate, you can fit a,
we'll put some stuff in there. Don't worry about that.
Oh, you're going to fill it with stuff?
Plenty of things you can put in.
Mate, that looks tough. So this is just some massive big airbag. And they're tough bags, eh?
Yeah. They're out of trucks there.
Yeah, look, I understand how the airbags work in trucks. I've never, ever had a vehicle that's had full airbag yet.
Yeah, cool.
Never driven one off-road. Okay. I've only ever had just airbags inside coils. So I'm really keen to see how this goes and how much, I can get out of it. Because the way you described it was, I could literally reverse up to a trailer, drop down, stick it under the hitch, lift back up, hook up.
Yeah.
I could.
No winding droppy wheels now.
Yeah, I could pull into camp.
Yeah.
I could pull into camp and go, drop the bed down to working level, 900 mil or whatever, and start cooking out of it. Because that was the big thing.
Yeah.
But my family's really tall, which is fine. But even I got to sort of sometimes on certain trucks, because this is getting what a 5-inch
lift. Yeah, 5-inch front, lift, 4-inch rear. It's perfect. We think it's the best height. Everything, all your angles, CVs, everything's perfect. Yeah. Really is the best kit.
So it'll go from standard to?
On the rear?
Yeah.
We'll go down to pretty much 1-inch standard on the rear up to about an 8.
8-inch?
Yeah,
it can go to 8-inch?
Yeah, on the rear, but yeah.
Yeah.
The ride height will be about that 4-inch.
Wow. Holy crap. So you're going to need some serious air compressors and tanks and everything.
Airbag man, and a couple of tanks.
Oh, so the rear winch is in by the looks of it?
Yeah, mate. Casey there at Meritus Metalworks has hooked us up. I think he worked all night on that, but it's looking awesome, And again, we've never done a rear winch on a Chev, so definitely one of the first. So
yeah, gotcha. It seems to fit all right. Yeah. Because if you've got it's below the actual tray mounts. Because you've still got if you put a normal weld in there,
tray and a trundle drawer, so it should all match in perfectly.
It should work well.
But yeah, it ain't going any lower. So
now the only other thing is, what about if I had to get it out? It pops out there, out of the hole.
Can do. We put it on Anderson here as well.
Oh, look at that! So it's just disconnect. Yeah. And as long as you've got the other one with Anderson, if you need to replace it or whatever,
made it super easy.
And it just pops out there. Yeah, a bit hard on the gear. That's excellent. Yeah, definitely. I need a rear winch because the new trailer that I've built, the rear winch actually can pull the trailer on if you sort of drain it out and drop it on the beach on the deck. Yep. The rear winch will pull it onto the trailer. No, that's looking good. No, you guys have done a lot of work here. Actually.
Yeah, we're cracking along in a few days. So I think it's going to go to Norwell now. Get the tray canopy fitted.
Yep.
Straight back here. We'll do some stuff on the roof, some more wiring.
Yep.
Some fancy lights and stuff in it.
Yeah, cool.
And you'll be on the way.
Yeah, no dramas. No, it's coming together well. Tyres and wheels, I've got that organised. I've got to talk to guys at Outback Armour about some shock absorbers for it, something like that. I think they're looking into it. But yeah, I get some more lights and a roof rack on it, stuff like that. Yeah, no, that's cool. We're getting there. All right, next job, canopy. Let's get that happening. If you want to have a quick look, I've just driven it with that rear suspension in. I tell you what, so far I got the thumbs up, and it's got no load on it, by the way, and it's just had some air in it, and it's got some little shock absorbers on it just for the time being. Mate, I'm liking this build. I'm liking the Chevy. This might be my new favourite truck, mate. Good to be back at Norwell to get the canopy on the back of this. Now, I'm looking at it, I reckon that's mine right there, because it's a bit hard to mistake the fact that the big Chevy's going to get the big canopy. So this is the biggest canopy that Norwell make, and I guarantee you that's the one right there. Let's go and check her out. The work's sort of moving forward on the Chevy at the moment, but the big build, or the big part of the build, is definitely the canopy. That's going to really make a difference. Yeah, that's got to be mine for sure. Yeah, 100%. Check out the gear. Like, this thing's wired up already. It's ready to rock and roll. All you gotta do is just chuck her on. How's it going, mate? Sorry, mate, I just waltzed in and I knew this was my canopy.
Yeah.
Had to be. It's the biggest one in this fleet, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And of course, there's not that many, you know, trays this big.
Yeah.
The fresh black.
Yeah. So this is, what is it? 2 meters and
2.286 long. 2.286.
2.286, that's nuts. So that's a massive amount. And the other thing I noticed as well is it's fully kitted out with some Enerdrive stuff.
Yeah, you've got a good setup here. So you got 40 amp of DC charging.
Yeah, gotcha.
60 amps
60
of
AC, yeah.
And you're going with the additional 200 amp hour lithium there.
Yeah. So we got 3. There should be 3.
Oh,
2 in here, 1 in there. But yeah, mate, this is going to be next level, this build. Are your boys ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, I believe
pretty
so.
much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave you to it, mate. I've got to get going because I've got other stuff to do and organise.
No drama.
And get the bloody hell out of here. Otherwise, we're never going to get out on the road.
Yeah, no, we'll get it sorted.
All right. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
So I'm here at EC Off-Road for an update. Where are we up to? Well, you've got the roof rack. So this is the new Rhino rack, okay? This is their brand new, okay, design. Low profile, nice new clean lines, very aerodynamic. It's going to sit on a backbone on the roof, okay? Now we've got a series of lights on the front here. I wanted to go a little bit different, so Cale has thrown this in the mix and said, here, chuck them on. They look pretty cool. You'll notice that we've got twin aerials here. So basically 2 different ranges in the aerial. So if you find that you're in mountainous country, you get, you know, change the aerial out. If you're on flat country, then put the other one, you know, connect with the other one. So we're going to do that setup there, which is pretty cool. It's something different I haven't done. So there's some heavy duty Uniden aerials on the roof, a couple little brackets here as well, so we can slip them up with a locking thing. So yeah, roof rack's got to go on. Lights are being wired up there. Front suspension is in. Come and have a look at this. It's not completed yet, but it's getting there. So there's some front suspension. It's got some dummy shocks in there, but basically we've got some knuckle joints here. So you can see the lift in that knuckle joint. Okay, that's what gives you that length. It's got that lift. It's got a diff drop kit. So all that's in. We've still got to get the Outback Armour shock absorbers. They're assured me that they've got those things ready to rock and roll very soon. So some big, heavy duty off-road shocks, fully adjustable from Outback Armour, which is pretty cool. Can't wait to see those. Around here, we've got some air in because we've got to run a lot of air in here. So there you can see the air starting to go in. We've got a tank, Airbag Man tank, plus 2 Airbag Man compressors. Now they're 100% duty cycle, single cylinder compressors, and they're gonna control all that air system for the big airbags in the back. Look at the size of these air lines. That's a reservoir tank. Look at the size of them, they're massive. So that's the design for the rear end. Bull bar is off. Bull bar is off, and if I can tilt this little sucker up, which I don't think I'm going to be able to, no. We'll tilt her up, get a quick look at it. Nope. There we go. So we got the lights all getting wired up now. I'm gonna see if I can stick another little 7 there, another one there. Okay, remember, I think I spoke about these the other day, but these are the new ones from XTM with the daytime running lights, like that. So they're gonna look pretty cool as well. So that bull bar obviously can go back on at some stage. Got the XTM winch mounted in here. You can get a good look at this thing now that the bull bar's off, but basically, there it is there. You can still pull the winch in and out on these bars as well. Remember, off-road animals. So she fits in there nicely. There's actually some good room in there. It's actually quite easy to pull in and out. So 12,000 pound winch in the front there. Looks like some double line pulls because it's quite heavy, that truck. But yeah, other than that, come down here and have a look at the pile of stuff that's got to go in this truck, in the canopy in the back. So this pallet, that pallet of stuff, so all this stuff here, EcoX light bars, little lights, integrated lighting. There's a sound bar there. We got light bars here, XTM. What else have we got? Oh yeah, lights. We got some Rhino Rack gear. You got Uniden, which is already in there. That's going good. Oh, here we go. Look at that. So that's going in. That's the brand new one. Look at that. That's the new EcoX soundbar. Okay, this is Sound Extreme, this one, with all the pretty lights and stuff like that. So it has like what they call RGB lighting, and that's all integrated with things like that, things like that, things like that. So all this strip lighting you see here is going to be placed in the canopy, up underneath. So it can all be interconnected and move with the sound, or you just want a plain lighting, just orange lights for the bugs or whatever, it all just integrated. Can't wait to see that going in. Let me think. Oh yeah, rooftop tent's got to go on. So the Campos rooftop tent will go on. Have a look at these suckers here. Black Bear Mark Mars. These are Mark Mar Dakars, RTs. 37s, look at the size of that sucker there. And the new ROH rims. Mate, I do like those. They're like the Assaults. I think that's what they're based on. So have a look at that, 8 stud. Big tyre, big rim, going on a big truck. 37s, mate. It actually won't even look big on that truck. 37s won't even look big. So we got 6 of those, gotta go on. Because they actually start off, get this, they start off with 35s. 27, so yeah, so these are a 35-inch tyre, roughly 35-inch, on a, looks like a 20, is that a 20? Yeah, 20-inch rim. So we're gonna get rid of those, put the Black Bear Mark Mars with the ROHs on there. Pressure pump there, I can see the Brown Davis long range tank is in. Yep, look at the size of that drive shaft under there. Full alloy drive shaft on these trucks. I've got to organise some, what we're going to do for wrapping. I've got to wrap that truck yet, got to wrap bits and pieces. So signage, some sort of, oh man, wrap. Man, I'm running out of time. I better get going. Today's crunch day. You know why I'm here, don't you?
I do know why.
I'm here because I need to know when.
You need your truck.
Yeah, I need it this afternoon because I'm at the point where I need to load the gear in and get the hell north.
Well, I've got good news for you.
What?
You'll be ready this afternoon, mate.
There you go.
Yeah?
There you go. No, that's awesome. That is awesome.
We've pulled out all the stops, done some big nights. And
yeah.
Worked the weekend and we got it.
Mate, that is awesome because I know I threw a few spanners in the works.
Yeah.
And we've been talking back and forth, and there's a fair few trickety-trick things on it. And
yep.
Yeah, it's
got some
look
secrets, some new stuff, some cool stuff.
Yeah,
some of our products. And
yeah, I can't wait to show these guys that.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we won't reveal anything in here.
No.
All right. You're pretty confident we're going to roll out of here the Savo with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because from what I can gather, they're literally the sign guys are putting signage and stuff on it. So that's happening now. What about, what was that other thing? Did you do the thing with the plates that go on the front and the back? Yeah, so that's all done. No, that's good. They're on.
Yep, got all that.
I won't reveal that one.
Yep.
And then the other
all
thing,
the lighting.
yes, all the lighting, some
Rear
trick lighting.
Yep.
The tyres, wheels and tyres are on.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we've got wheels and tyres on there.
Yep.
Suspension.
It's in.
Yeah, so we've got suspension in.
Yep. Loaded, ready for you to go.
Yeah, so I think we're good. I think we're really good, mate.
Hopefully.
Yeah, okay. Well, there we go, guys. So the boys at EC Off-Road, okay, have put in an absolute mammoth effort. You know, at the end of the day, this is a big American truck.
Yeah.
Okay. And
There's a lot of knowledge that needs to go into these things. It's not just.
Yeah, it's not just put some wheels and tyres on it and drive it down the road and give it a bit of a lift. It's pretty gnarly.
They're
this
pretty
truck.
intense builds.
So let's not muck around. Let's get this sucker finished, done, out the door, and to my place for the big reveal.
Sounds
All
good.
right, mate. All right, guys. The job is done. The 2500 is finished. This is what it looks like now. There it is. Check that thing out. It's an absolute weapon. It's 2500 HD Chevy Silverado, mate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a big rundown on what's in this truck, what sort of effort that went into it, what's in it, what gear is in it. Mate, the canopy is next level. Inside, the suspension, you name it, this thing is an absolute weapon of a truck. It's got everything that opens and shuts. And mate, it is a 2024 model, so it's the latest and greatest. So the things that are being done on this truck are being done for the first time here in Australia. EC Off-Road were telling me that, mate, they'd never done that before on a Chevy because it's all new. So, without mucking around, let's have a look how good this truck is and what is in it and what makes it look like this. Get a load of that. First thing you got to notice is the bull bar. Okay, Off-Road Animal. It's their first one they've produced for it. It was the actual prototype and they actually had to fit it. The engineers come down and made sure that it fitted correctly because up until that point, it had just been scanned. So basically, it's a full hooped, so it's like a Toro version of the Off-Road Animal bar. Okay, I reckon it looks absolutely mad. Now, incorporated is the 12,000 pound XTM winch. You'll see that sitting in the front there. Okay, the other thing you'll notice straight away is we've broken out the Ram Eater number plates. Now, because it's not a Ram, and two, it's a Chevy, so I reckon it eats Rams for breakfast, so Ram Eater it is. So I kept those plates from the last truck. All right, so I've resurrected Ram Eater. Now, you'll notice that they spent a fair bit of time. Now, this come in at black, right? This was a black truck. It had black decals on it, so it had already been blacked out. But you'll notice that where the black is, they've also incorporated the orange. How good is those orange highlights? See around the Chevy badge here, the grill part here on the Duramax, mate, that it just sets it right off. On the front, we've got some spotlights. These are the new daytime running light XTMs, okay? So they're a 9-inch spotlight. Now those little daytime all incorporate with, obviously, the Chevy uses these lights on the side. You've got the lights across the top as well. These ones, I got these ones. Kale got these ones from the US. I don't even know what brand they are. Got no idea, but they got these orange glow and they can also go white as well. So they can be white and orange. So they're actually spotlights, but they've got like this daytime orange mode, which is pretty cool. Of course, don't forget we've got a little stumpy Uniden aerial here. Okay, that runs the UHF. The one thing you will notice is the height of this truck. Mate, this thing has a 5-inch lift. Now, these trucks are an independent torsion bar, so they're able to do that by using big knuckles and drop down cross members and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. You'll notice the lighting coming out of this thing as well. Oh yeah, we've got a few little side bars here, some XTM light bars. There's an XTM light bar in here as well. Some lighting coming out through the grille, and I'll go through the lighting a bit later when I get towards the back because it's all incorporated to do with the canopy. All right, so we'll have a stick our head in here and we'll have a look at this. Now remember, I keep saying that this truck here has firsts. Mate, it's got first of everything, first of the bull bar, all right? These rims, okay, were custom made by ROH. So they had to make these rims. Check that out, that's the big ROH. Mate, that's a 20-inch diameter rim, all right? And on that, we stuck these awesome big black bear, they call them Mark Ma Dakar RTs. So they're from Black Bear tyres. Now they're a 37-inch tyre, mate. That is a massive tyre. And then when you look at it, it makes the 37-inch tyre look small. How cool is that? All right, it's got some adjustable shocks in there somewhere. We've got down the side, we've got like a side step / rock slider. I wouldn't go sliding rocks on it, but it's heavy duty. It's got a lot of, you know, it's made solid, okay, like this truck. Now, EC Off-Road actually built that one, so that's their custom side step. Now, before I go too far, you'll notice the exterior wrap on this truck, okay? So it's been fully wrapped in a satin black by the guys at Sinorama, okay? And then I've incorporated the orange, bits of orange here. You know, you got the Max Tracks on the roof that work really well with the orange. You know, the Outback Armour logo here, that's got a little bit of orange in it. See the orange here, orange lights, and it's sort of like little orange highlights, which are really, really good. Now, the other thing you'll notice before we go down the back too much, it's got twin snorkels on it. Now, the snorkel over there, okay, is hooked into a custom air box, so custom snorkel, custom air box. And this one here, on the other side, to make it universal, is what they call a Bluetooth snorkel. So it's pretty cool, actually. So there's an app on your phone and you hook it up and you press the button and the snorkel cuts in with the other one. So it's a Bluetooth snorkel. Remember that one? Ask someone for that one. It's a bit like fly screens on submarines. It's perfect. Okay, so evens the car up. On the roof, we've got the roof rack. This is the Gen 6 or Series 6 roof rack from Rhino Rack. So those guys have supplied me the one that fits the Chevy. Now it's a little platform wrap, Pioneer platform, okay, like that, and a backbone. So it runs the backbone. It looks pretty cool. It's got all the little accessories there to hold everything. On the other side, you got shovels. On this side, we got the Max Tracks holders. So that works perfectly. Aerodynamic, remember, they've changed the shape and the profile of it so that it's, you know, it's very slick through the air, which is very important. So yeah, that looks really good, the new design. Coming through, okay, to the back here, we've got this massive canopy. This thing is absolutely huge. Big truck, big canopy. All right. Now, this has got central locking in it. I'll just mention that one. And you'll notice we got there's enough room there to put 2 toolboxes. How cool is that? All right. So, and the other thing you're going to notice, one, we've got a 270 XL, okay, Campos awning with the rooftop tent access from Campos. On the back, on the top there, we've got the rooftop tent, which is the Ultra X, which has scissor at the front and forward, what they call forward extend, which is, mate, awesome bit of kit. Now, before we go into the canopy, you'll notice there's a bit of lighting going on. So I will run through that, but there's some orange lighting coming through. There's well, it's multicolored underneath the chassis and also underneath the tray here and inside the canopy. Now, before we get into the canopy, all right, so obviously on the rear, we've got some Mark Mars, which I was talking about, okay, from Black Bear. But what we've got in the back here is we've got a long-range fuel tank from Brown Davis. Now, those guys have built this awesome tank. Now, standard, this thing runs at about 137. When you put the Brown Davis in, you pick up 100 litres, so roughly just over 100 litres. So that gives me 240 litres of diesel. In the rear of this truck, the reason why it's so cool and so high is because they've basically taken the leaf springs out of this truck, completely torn them out, and put a Kelderman rear end airbag, complete airbag replacement, okay? Now, it has controls inside the cab there, but it also has an app, so I can control, get this, I can control the airbags, all right, from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly drop them down so that we can get a look inside this canopy. Well, you can look in there anyway, but you watch this. This is very cool. And you can adjust it either side, but I'm just dropping this thing on its, basically dropping it on its ass, right down. There she goes, look at that. That's it. So I've dropped that down now, and you have a look at the height difference. So now it's usable. So I'm going to open this up. Wait till you get a load inside this canopy, mate. This thing is next level. Here we go. Have a look at that. I'll turn some lights on for you. Get a load of that. So this whole canopy is integrated into the speaker system. Now this is an Eco X gear. Now this is their Sound Extreme range. You see the remote controls here. So I can control all the lighting in this truck. The under lighting here, I can change to color. See that? I changed it to white. I can go red. I can go orange. In here, I can change it to purple. I can change it to flashing. I can change it to party. All sorts of things. I can get it in time with the music. There's different scenes. Everything, mate. This thing is next level. So it's all controlled by modules and they're all connected individually. Now they're waterproof and connected. We've got waterproof connectors and they all run all the way from the front to the back here and then all the way around in here as well. So it's an absolute cool system, right? Obviously, you know the sound bar that the guys at Eco X Gear have already. It's all integrated, mate. Absolutely awesome. So you'll notice the other thing that I've done is the decking armor. Now deck armor, this is this stuff here. So the whole canopy is integrated with this deck armor. Not only is it giving it insulation, but it makes it a really cool surface and you can inscribe logos and stuff into it. Mate, this stuff's pretty cool. I did it on the D-Max and I've just loved it so much that I got it done in this truck as well. Now, you'll have a look here. We've got a My Coolman fridge, okay? This one's about, let me think, I think this one's a 39 litre, okay? And it's sitting on, get this, you gotta have yourselves a Clearview power slide, mate, make life simple. So this will be my beer fridge, actually. So it's a perfect fridge to put beer in, beer cans and stuff like that. Keep it at the right temperature, okay? Have a look in there. So a nice fridge, the My Coolman fridge. That's awesome. We've got a hose reel there if we need to pump up tires and stuff like that, which is getting the air from the air system that pumps up the bags, all right? We've got an upright fridge over here with a cool, you know, grungy flag design on it, a little bit patriotic there. And you've even got one of these little things here, a little travel buddy, okay? A little oven that comes with it. Now, the whole thing, the whole power system that runs this whole canopy, mate, you got to get a load of this. Have a look in here. Now, this basically is a full EnerDrive power system. So we've got a display here, okay, so a control panel, touchscreen display. You've got your circuit breakers, fuse block, you've got Anderson plugs, you've got USBs, all that to run bits and pieces, fridges, this thing, the little oven there. But the real heart of this thing is it's got an AC-DC, 60 amp, 40 amp with a DC to DC. So the charging system charges those batteries from your alternator. And then in turn, if you put a 240 plug in the back there, the shore power, you can then get 60 amps of charge into those batteries using the AC to DC. Now, I put some serious lithium batteries in this because I knew I was going to put some gear in here. I'm going to chuck a toaster in there. I reckon I'll chuck a coffee machine in there. I'll put heaps of stuff in there, right? And I use 240 power. So there's a 2000 watt inverter, but the lithium batteries to run all this, there's 3 200 amp hour lithium batteries from EnerDrive. So that's 600 amp hours of lithium. Mate, that's a lot of battery power. So that runs all this system here. If you come around the back here, let's have a look around the back, okay? Oh yeah, we've got one of these hitches here, okay? So this hitch here, I'll just quickly show you there. This is a Gen Y hitch. Now the beauty of these things is we can adjust the height really quickly and easily. Okay, look at that, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So especially when I'm towing that new boat that we're going to be dragging around, these things are absolutely perfect for that. So, and it's actually got suspension built into it, so take a lot of the shock out of it. Okay, when you're driving. So you see here, these two little arms here, there's a rubber block top and bottom, and this thing can move up and down so you don't get that sort of shock loading that you normally get, you know, when you're off-road. We've got another, there's a 12,000 pound XTM winch on the back there. There's a drawer in the back here. So the Norwell canopy has the big drawer in the back, yeah, to carry all my Campos pulley blocks, Campos recovery gear, you know, all that sort of stuff. We've got a tyre repair kit, Campos hitch receiver, which is pretty cool, and my kinetic rope, like that. Okay, so rear winch, look at the size of that exhaust pipe. That's standard, by the way. I didn't change that. That's the stock pipe. twin 37s on the back there. They fit nicely inside the ladder mount here, so which is pretty cool, because sometimes it's really hard to mount big ass tires like on trucks like these. Come around this side, I'm going to open up on this side here. Check this out. I love the size of these big toolboxes. They got massive toolboxes, so much space. Now remember, this has central locking, okay? This is the first canopy that I've had with central locking, which is pretty cool. So it's remote control. We've got a massive big utility drawer here, which can be used as a lockable gun safe. Okay, I've even put some gear in there. Big shelf. We've got more lighting over here if we want to turn our lighting on. Look at that, we got more lighting. Look at that space there. That is literally just a big space, a big void to put stuff in. All right, so over here you'll see that's the 2000 watt inverter. Some more USB, you got some 12 volt SIG. Okay, there's the DC to DC charger from Enerdrive, and in there you'll see the other one. So basically on this side there's another DC to DC charger. So when that alternator is charging, not only do you get the 40 amps there, but you get the 40 amps on this side as well. So you actually essentially get 80 amp hours of charging for those two batteries. 40's, you know, it's probably going to take a bit to charge 600 amp hours of lithium, but you chuck two in the system, boom, you got 80 amp hours. So that big alternator on the front of that big Duramax diesel, mate, it can handle any of that. All right, so that's the canopy there. Have a look up here. That was the shovel holder I was talking about. So we've definitely got, that was color coded, by the way. They normally come blue, but I had to color code it. And we've got the snorkel there on the front. Look at this, we've got a 60 litre water tank up under the canopy, okay, with a gravity fed tap on that side, pressure pump on the other side. All right, guys, let's get a look inside the cab here. So inside, I've whacked a couple of, a full set of Superfit seat covers. Now, these are the black denim, okay? Again, I've embroidered the A for A in the back of the seat and then the Superfit up the top there on the headrest. So they protect those leather trim seats, okay? So they've got some really cool features, these trucks. You know, you've got electric seats, you've got leather interior, you know, you've got this really cool dash and stuff like that. UHF X-Track 80 Pro, and on top I've got two aerials. So I've got an aerial on top of the rack, which I can put up to get extra range if I need to get extra range, and then I've got the aerial at the front. So I can actually swap between the two. And that gives me, you know, maybe that ability, because you think of that height, that extra height that you can get, just in case you may need that range, I don't know, a safety situation, someone gets lost or anything like that. So that's why I've done that, which is something I've never done before. It's got one of these crash cams in there from Uniden as well. So those guys have chucked the crash cam for me, which is pretty cool. So you want to do some filming, or you want to have a crash, no crashing, thanks. So yeah, you can do that. Have a look in the back here. They got a lot of space in them, these trucks. They are massive. The amount of space that they got in the back of these trucks is insane. You can almost put a double bed in there. Like seriously, you could sleep in the back there, no worries. So that's the interior of these trucks. Mate, absolute mammoth truck. It's definitely got the power that you need to tow big gear. There's no doubt about it. I'm even gonna tow a new boat on this trip. So you're gonna get to see that, this thing towing it. We're going to go to places that we've never been before, which is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, it's towing capacity, it's hauling capacity, it's just next level. And you know, you've got so much power to do that and not have to worry about it. Like, it's stock as a rock. Like, I haven't played around with the power at all, which is, there's not many trucks that, you know, you just hop straight in and drive off down the road without doing those types of engine mods. So that hasn't been touched at all. But look, the setup, I'm very, very happy with it. The guys at EC Off-Road, mate, they put in some serious effort to get this built on time. And mate, so thank you guys if you're listening. And if you get a chance, make sure you check out the guys at EC Off-Road, because they do these serious American builds, American truck builds. And we're gonna see more and more of them. There's no doubt about it. They are starting to integrate themselves into Australia a lot now, because they just haul big gear. And that's what All for Adventure has been about for the last 17 years. You know, we've been hauling stuff across this country, out into the sticks, off-road, big gear, you know, so you've got the toys when you get there. So it's no exception this season. And we're going to use this Chevy here, the 2500, the Ram Eater, to do that job. So there you go, guys. I reckon this is one of the biggest builds that All for Adventure has ever done or ever undertaken. It's absolutely massive, and I want to see what it's like when we get out onto the tracks for season 16 up north.